Happy Friday, everybody. Coming to you from our freezer room here at our Battleground location. And if you've never stepped foot in this room, I am in here to encourage you to come in. Come see what this room is all about. For the month of August, starting tomorrow, who can believe it's August? But for the month of August, we will be doing some flash sales that you'll see posted to our social media and sent out in emails on Fridays, where you can potentially get some freezer bags, and you can get some free samples, and you can get some good discounts on raw pet food that we sell in here in our freezer room. Now, we will also be posting to our social media a lot of information about, or should I say, misinformation about raw diets. There's so much misinformation out there, and these diets are so misunderstood by a lot in our community. It used to be that people thought if you fed a raw diet that you were making it at home, but these are complete and balanced raw diets that you can purchase right here at our store. And lots of these different companies have great things about their particular diets. We carry green juju, and you may be familiar with our friend Billy. He is responsible for a lot of the food nutrition at Green Juju when it came down to the foods that they came out with. And we love their single source protein lines. They have a great line of raw pet food. And of course, one of our favorites is our friends at Steve's Real Food. And many of you, I know, purchase Steve's from us. And if you've ever fed raw food, then I guess I don't need to explain to you how wonderful it is, the great benefits for your pets, and how much of a difference you see in the health of your pet when you're a raw pet feeder. I started feeding my pets a raw diet about 12 years ago, and it's been an amazing transformation in my dogs. My dogs are rarely sick. They have very little stomach upset, and they thrive on the diet that we feed, and on their raw food, and they love it. Now, dogs are not really set up to eat carbohydrates in the amount in which we have to feed them carbohydrates if you're feeding a dry diet. So being able to feed a raw diet gives the ability to really minimize, if not but eliminate, their carbohydrate intake. And the carbohydrate decrease means there's a decrease in their sugar intake, because carbohydrates turn to sugar in the body and can lead to things like more plaque buildup on their teeth. It can lead to things like pet obesity, because again, it turns to sugar in their body, and can really contribute to some underlying issues like diabetes, thyroid issues, things like that. So I definitely want you to get to know our raw myths this next month. So follow us on our social media if you don't already. You definitely want to be on our Instagram and our Facebook page so that you can see those raw myths that get posted every single day for the month of Raw, celebrating Rawgust. And while you're following our social media and on our email list, you're going to find out ways in which you can get a free Stella and Chewy's freezer bag from us, for the pet food that you purchase in here in the freezer room. And maybe you're a little skeptical about going completely raw. I definitely do not recommend cooking raw diets. If anybody tells you that you should be cooking a raw diet, you definitely do not want to do that. The bone content in any of these raw diets is intended to be fresh bone, and you should not be cooking it in any way. It should be fed raw. But if you're a little bit hesitant about going completely raw, we do have gently cooked diets, which are a much fresher diet than any of the other diets that we have, that are either dry or canned. And another great way to feed or even top your pet's kibble. Lots of different myths out there about feeding different ways, but you can feed raw food and also kibble. So maybe you feed one raw meal and maybe you feed one kibble meal. These things can happen simultaneously. Your pet adding a little bit of raw to their diet helps every little way. So don't think you have to go all raw if it's too expensive for you. I do understand because it is a more expensive way of feeding your pet. But I will tell you, just like switching to a premium kibble or kibble, dry kibble, switching to a premium diet changes your pet's health, and you notice so many different things about that. Better stools, better consistency in their skin and coat, better consistency in their digestion, better consistency overall, and not throwing up or having diarrhea. So when you switch to a premium kibble, you notice a lot of those things. When you switch to a raw diet, you notice there are some raw fed dogs that do have very small stools, or maybe don't have a stool every day because they are utilizing all the nutrition in that food rather than having fillers in that food that go through them. So definitely want to invite you in here to our freezer room. If you shop at our High Point Road location, you don't have to go into a room. You just pass by the freezers, which are at the end of all of our end caps. But get to know our raw section this August. Challenge yourself and maybe take some samples home and see how your pets like them. I guarantee you, I've yet to meet many pets that aren't big fanatics about raw diets. And we're not just talking about dogs. Cats love raw diets. However, cats get addicted to carbohydrates, so it can sometimes take a long time to transition them off of a dry food because they are imprint feeders. So they get very accustomed to what they've been eating, and sometimes you do have to work a little bit harder to transition a cat from a dry kibble to a raw food. So maybe stepping up to wet food in between will help you get to the raw diet level. We also have gently cooked available for cats as well. But the more moisture you can add into a cat's diet, the better off you're going to be, and the better off your cat's going to be. So this is a great way to add moisture to their diet by giving them a gently cooked or a raw diet. And cats are obligate carnivores. They really shouldn't eat any carbohydrates at all. We all agree about that. Cats should not eat any carbohydrates. Carbohydrates definitely lend themselves to diabetes and thyroid issues in our kitty cat friends. And so getting them at least onto an all-can diet is best for their health. But if you can transition them to a gently cooked or a raw diet, it's going to be even better. So this month, stay tuned to our social media and be sure to watch out for the raw myths that we're going to be posting. And then also watch out for our flash sales that we're going to have coming up on Fridays in August. Other fun things we have coming up in August, we have our treat treks, which are going to start this Sunday, August 2nd, and think treat scavenger hunt. If you're looking for something to do inside in all this hot weather with your pet, cat and dog, you can bring them into either one of our 2 store locations and participate in our treat trek. We will have samples of treats out around our store, and you will see a different sample in every category each weekend. And you can bring your pet in and take them on the scavenger hunt. If you purchase any of the treats featured, you will get a discount depending on how many different varieties you purchase. And we will be featuring different treat companies every single Sunday. So you can come back every Sunday and participate and bring your pet in for our little treat trek through each store location. We also have our anniversary event coming up. 34 years of All Pets Considered, serving pets and their people here in our community. And we're super proud of that accomplishment. And of course, that's all because of you guys, all because you're our customers and you have supported us all those 34 years. And we're throwing you a birthday party to thank you for that. So August 8th, we'll be having our birthday bash over at our High Point Road location. The sales will be available at both store locations, but the party will happen at our High Point Road store. So definitely plan to join us on August 8th at our High Point Road location from 10 to 2 for all the festivities. And we have our Walk and Wander coming up on August 23rd, and we will be meeting in the Aussie's parking lot on Old Battleground and then walking the loop at the military park. We'll all be walking together. And we just did this in January and had a great time. So we've decided to make it monthly until winter hits. So definitely come and join us at the Walk and Wander on August 23rd. So lots of fun things coming, lots of sales and ways to get some special deals all through the month of August. If you're not on our email list, you should definitely sign up because we will be sending out email blast about all of the deals and all the things you can look forward to in the month of August, but between our anniversary event, the Freezer Bag Friday events for celebrating Rawgust, our flash sales to go along with that, and then of course our treat treks. Our last but definitely not least are our subscription boxes for this month. Our Bonafactor and Generosity boxes are getting packed as I record this. So very, very excited about those. Our dog box is going to be a local box. Everything in it is something local, either local to North Carolina or local to Greensboro. I'll tell you, the dog box has some Aardvarks in there. And then, of course, we have some other fun stuff in there from our community partners. And it's a really, really fun box. I'm excited about that one. And then we also have our cat box, which is Paradise Retreat, and has some fun kitty things. Not as many locally sourced cat things around here. We wish there were more, and we do have some in there for you, like some free cat grass and some other really fun stuff. But we don't have as many locally sourced cat things. So we have filled the box with some other things in addition to local cat products. So I hope you will take time to subscribe to our subscription boxes. Our subscription boxes are getting sold out every month. So if you want to make sure that you are guaranteed a box, you want to be on the subscription list at the beginning of the month, and you want your subscription to run, because otherwise you're going to potentially miss out on that subscription. So definitely get on the list if you want to make sure you get a subscription box. And of course, our December box is coming. We've started planning it. And if you have been a subscriber for a while, you can attest to the fact that our subscription box in December is worth well over $120. And that's all for $19.99. So it is a huge value and a big, big fun gift at Christmas. So we like to have fun with these boxes. We really enjoy our subscribers. But like I said, our subscription list has really grown, and we are literally selling out every single month. So you want to make sure your name is on the subscription list if you want to be guaranteed a box. Otherwise, when we're sold out, we're sold out. We can't make any more. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you have a fabulous weekend, and be sure to join us at one of our 2 store locations on Sunday for our treat treks. And happy August. Wow, how'd that get here so fast?